Hello, everybody, and thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to join me as we go through the 3 things to think about when buying an EHS solution. Part 1, needs. As JP introduced me, my name is Andrew Godet. I'm an account executive with the oil and gas team here, and previous to joining the sales team, I spent 7 years as a business analyst, consultant, project manager, program manager, and key accounts manager in many of your industries. So what I'd like to do today is to provide a little bit of insight on some of the ways that you can go to market, get an EHS solution to satisfy that particular need that you're looking to resolve. Let's go through today's agenda. So we're going to start off with first, what will you learn? Now this is a 2-part webinar series. In this first one, we're going to talk about the needs, but the challenge remains the same. We're going to talk about the challenge and why you would want an EHS software solution. We're going to take a look at the first of the 3 things, which is your needs, your requirements. And then at the end, of course, as JP said, we're going to have a period of questions and answers. Should run about 20-25 minutes. So what you will learn today is a project management method and model for really looking at an EHS software solution, really looking to increase your success rate, making sure that if you do have a need that you'd like to fulfill, that you can go ahead and get a solution for that. We also want to decrease your time to value. It is not your job to go to market to get an EHS solution. So how do you make that easier? How do you look in February and begin implementing in May? And also increase your satisfaction. We don't want to have buyer's remorse. How do you make sure that you've done your due diligence up front so that when you do get a solution in place and it is live, that both yourselves, your management, and your end users are satisfied with what you provided for them? So why have an EHS software solution? It's pretty simple. You have something you need to do. It's a task, it's an activity, it's part of your day job. It might not even be part of your day job. It might be part of the extra activities, but there's a barrier in place between you and the output. Now, it's usually a report, could be something internal, could be something external, could be something you have to give to a regulatory body, or could be something you have to give to your boss. And if you're looking between the activity and the output, it looks a little bit like this. It's a little bit of a mess. There's not quite a linear process. There's a paper trail that maybe is broken. There's lost time, lost efficiency, lost activity. What you're looking for is this, from point A to point B. And that's really the idea behind an EHS software solution, to provide you with that efficiency gain from your activity to your output. Now, I'm not just going to be speaking about the Intellex product, but this could be anything. It could be something that's a data capture. It could be something that's for regulatory compliance. Maybe you just need to have a reporting output, or you need to disseminate information. It's document management, document control, learning management, or even more advanced like telematics, devices, mobile devices. There's so many different tools out there. We really want to give you a framework on how to evaluate those. So we say, what are my decisions? Am I purchasing the software, or am I building it internally? My IT team says I can build, but when I went to Google, they showed me a bunch of neat things that I think I can take advantage of. Am I looking for something that's off the shelf, something that fulfills the vast majority of my requirements, or am I looking for something where I'm going to start fresh and build? Am I looking for something that's hosted, something that is on the vendor's servers or on a third-party provider, or am I looking to host it internally, something that's on premises? And then once I've made those basic decisions about what I'm looking for, then I have to say, what vendor do I want? What is it that, who is going to be my business partner in this engagement? So when we look at it, you have your needs. What is it that I need to accomplish? What's my problem? What's my solution? How do I envision resolving this particular challenge? How do I capture that data? How do I better manage that workflow? How do I give my users the devices that they need? And how do I accomplish it in a pretty efficient time? I don't want to be spending forever doing this. If I'm looking for a solution, the odds are I am not a project manager now. That's not my job. I need to make sure I do this efficiently. And how do I compare that with my other priorities, the things I'm already spending my time on, the things that the business has prioritized? How do I make sure that I align with how I do business, how the company does business, and how the company goes to market and looks for a solution? And last but not least, budget. How much is this going to cost? Now, if you really look at those 6 things, there's a lot of balls in the air, and that's a lot to juggle. And as a result, of this complexity and this ill-defined process of going to get a software solution, we found from our market studies that over 75% of proposals result in no purchase made. Now, what that means is 75% of the time when someone says, I need to better manage this, I need to be able to more efficiently do this, I need to be able to collect data from the field and bring it into my report, 3 out of 4 of them are status quo. It stays Excel and it stays paper. There's no improvement in the process. And there's a reality to this. And the reality is that this is a project. With all these balls in the air, you're going to have to act as a project manager.